So, Tenno, we're going to talk about Vauban and Gas problem. Just joking. We're going to discuss a weird little mechanic I found with Vauban and Gas type weapons. Now, I'm not specifically talking about gas element, but, just the weapons that have a gas type effect. So, let me kind of demonstrate this, so you can see what I'm basically trying to describe. So you throw a vortex down on your Vauban, throw a middle of sunrise set. Now watch, it will pull the gas effect in. Now, I thought this was just, a visual thing, it really wasn't going to help, but it actually does pull in the effects of the arrow spore effect, as well as if you're using the pox, it pulls in the gas of the pox, or the torrid, or, anything with that type of an effect. That's rather useful, actually. Now, what do I mean this could be useful? Now, on my Siren, I use the pox mainly, and sometimes there are little gaps between the gas clouds. When my teammates started throwing these vortexes around, I threw my pox down and it pulled it into both of them. So it actually can further help spread the spore of a Siren. Kinda amps it up, and it forces the enemies to suicide run into the gas cloud, or more of the fact that they're already procced with it and then the gas cloud wrecks them. Which spreads the spores and further helps them out. Now, you can also use this trick with a frost. Put it inside of a frost snow globe, throw down your vortex, whatnot, and throw some pox on the outer edges. It'll cover the outer shell in gas and then suck it into the center. It's an interesting trick because the gas won't go in on frost, snow globe by itself. So it's an interesting trick to play with. Now, with the Senros, it's pretty easy, but there's a kind of a trick I found out with the Torrid. The Torrid itself is great, but I use mine with an amped up range, so what you see when you shoot it as such is a nice little cloud in the center. Now, if you look onto the outer edge of these little lines, that gives you the actual indication of range, how wide the diameter of this 360-degree sphere of gas is. So, whereas with the pox or the mutilous Senros, you can get a better feedback in seeing how the gas is getting pulled in, the Torrid kind of doesn't do it all the way. It slightly pulls and it shows just a little bit of the gas being pulled in, even though the whole effect is actually being pulled into it. So you can see how wide range this thing is. As you can see, it's pulling it in, and it just kind of helps a little bit. Just stuns CC. The problem with I found with CCing enemies inside of a vortex themselves is sometimes they will glitch and attack you even though they're in the middle of a vortex. Kind of annoying, but that's how it is. Pox are actually a little easier to follow how you use this trick, basically. As you can see, it's just a fun little mechanic trick. But it is useful, especially with Siren, I found out. If you know how to use tactics of Vortex, you can further use this to cover large areas with spore clouds, multiple vortexes that are drawing those clouds into them, and kind of just, spread the spore, spread the love. Help the Siren out. So, that's team mechanics. Now let's go to a little vid, demo how this works with Siren. Okay, so let's get some basics down. As I said, you have a Vauban with you, Rose's Vortex. You can then spread the spore with, the pox or the mutilous Senros, Torrid, whatever you want to try. The main factor of the pox is I just like how the cloud looks. Now, the downside of the cloud is it's rather thick, where the Torrid you can at least see into it. Granted, I like the effect of it, but you can also note that there are gaps between it when you throw it down in rapid succession. Thus, using a vortex can further pull them together, dealing 3 times the amount of gas per second hit. It just helps with things, basically. So, thanks for watching. Hope to help, Tenno.